Greetings viewers, today I've got a video for you which is an episode of the Taxis from Around the World magazine series. Starting off with number 30, a 2000 model Dong Feng Fuck Ang 988. Wonder whether I've got that right. Maybe it's a Fuking. But as you see from the picture of the model, I'd assume that badge on the grille is a Citroen. The Fukang 988 is a version of the Citroen ZX from the period between 1991 and 1998. Produced in China from 1998 by the Dongfeng Peugeot Citroën Automobile Group. Yeah, you could tell it was a Citroen by the badging. Well, I thought it was. That was the then current model from the fire engine collection. A T1 Volkswagen Transporter. Yeah, that looks quite good. This is the model in various pictures. The French version. Now it's a 4-cylinder, 1.8, 88 horsepower, top speed of 182 kilometres an hour, or 113 miles per hour, so that's not too bad. Weighing in at 1,080 kilograms, or 1.06 tonnes. It'd be a fairly rapid thing. Bit on Chinese Citroens. Must say this one here in the picture, which is a Citroen C4, looks a lot better. Bit on the Chinese capital. There are about 67,000 taxis in Beijing. They're popular amongst the locals, but it's the foreigners who most willingly resort to this means of transportation. Yeah, bicycles and rickshaws. There's one of these what is it again? A Dongfeng Fukang 988. This is the model. Not a particularly good-looking vehicle, but in terms of a model, it looks all right for what it is. Yeah, so that's the Dongfeng Fukang 988 from the year 2000 from Beijing in China. This one here is number 24. It's a taxi from Vienna, and it's a 2005 Volkswagen Passat. Some other Passats. Horse and carriage. The then current fire truck. Okay, this Volkswagen Passat was the 6th generation of Volkswagen Passat, launched in March 2005 at the Geneva Motor Show. Although the body of the car was consistent with earlier models, its technical specification was changed considerably from its predecessor. Yeah, even had a new chassis. Some pictures of the model. And as per usual, the actual model tends to look a little bit better in person when you look at it. I mean, the road-going version of the Passat wagon, there's a quite nice-looking wagon. I mean, it's, well, 20 years old this year, but it still looks fairly fresh. 4-cylinder, 1.9 litre, 105 horsepower, capable of doing 185 kilometres an hour or 115 miles an hour. Weighs in at 1,477 kilograms or 3,256 pounds. Quite familiar with that model. I remember that one from the 70s. I remember a school teacher I had at high school in the 80s. He had a light blue coloured one. The sedan version. Yeah, history of the Volkswagen Passat. Transportation in Vienna. Yeah, and once again, bicycles. Popular mode of transport. Yeah, of course, this would look better in a silver or white, black. But it is a taxi, and of course, yellow is a pretty common colour for a taxi because it stands out so much. And it's a good safety colour as well. Yeah, not a bad model, this one. This is number 27 in the series. It's a taxi from Madrid in Spain. It's a 1955 Citroën Traction Avant. Yeah, it's typical Citroën with the symbol in the grille. Oh, so we've got two Citroens in this video, but this one, being the older vehicles, much more stylish, I think. Yeah, quite a good looking thing, I guess. The latest in the fire engine collection. Land Rover, that looks pretty good. The Citroen Traction Avant 11, launched in 1934. Sorry, it was the Avant 2. Was one of the most innovative vehicles of its time. Its structure was so advanced that it stayed in production for 23 years and for decades continued to have an influence on the automotive industry. The designers of the Traction Avant model, Hamio Bertoni and Andre Labrovo. Yeah, so 1955, so this one was 21 years into when this particular model kicked off. So definitely looks like something from the 30s when you think of the Fords, the Chevrolets, Dodges from that period in America. It's got that sort of styling in the front area, in the grille. The body's definitely a longer sort of design. 1.9 litre motor, which is definitely not a USA type thing. 55 horsepower. Capable of 118 kilometres an hour or 73 miles an hour. Weighing in at 1,110 kilograms or 2,447 pounds. Some other Citroens of the 50s. The mighty Ducheva, I think it's pronounced in French. I used to think it was 2CV. And the DS. Of course, the later model with the headlights that are closed in. I think that's a nicer looking version of the DS. Bit about transport in Madrid. Yes, the capital city of Spain. And this is the model. Of course, the plastic case that it's in doesn't do it any particular justice. But it's actually not a bad model. I know I say that about quite a few of the models, but yeah, it's not bad. That's why I left this one till last. I like this out of this particular three. Of course, others will see differently, which is perfectly fine. As I like to do a bonus taxi at the end of the video, I've got this 1960 Checker Marathon taxi by Greenlight, and it's a 60th anniversary checker. Yeah, it's quite a good thing. Picture on the back. Okay. Well, that's a wrap on this 6th edition of the Taxis from Around the World collection. Still got a few videos to go in this magazine series of the taxis from around the world, so there's still a few to come yet. That's a wrap for the 6th episode of the Taxis from Around the World magazine series. All right, bye. Thanks for viewing.